setup.
Yo, and red is my favorite.
Is it?
Color.
Oh,
absolutely. Yes.
We guessed
That's
right, boys.
Crazy.
Hey, what's up, Drivetrain? It's a brand new year. We're just kicking it off. And what that means is that just 2 weeks ago, I guess at this point, I did my post-Christmas get out on the track 30 and over clinic. And I had a buddy of mine show up. He borrowed my bike and he had a blast. And he said to me, Dave, I got to get a bike. I got to get a bike of my own. I want to get into racing in this new year. So I went hunting. Now, like most of us, we're on a budget. He's on a budget. He said, Dave, I've got a little bit of cash I can throw at this bike, but I got to get something. I've had this dream since he was a little boy of having his own BMX bike. Back in the 80s, he lived in a rough part of town growing up, and so he never really had a BMX bike of his own, but he came out, he rode around the track. He's athletic already, and that made it easy for him to ride, but he had a great time, and he said, I got to get a bike. So he was on my bike. It's a 21.75-inch top tube, so I went hunting on the face space. I put out a little comment out there, a little in search of post, and I had a bunch of you guys, friends of mine that are local and other folks reply and say, Dave, we've got this bike, we've got this bike. And there were some amazing, amazing rides that people sent me. However, we're on a beginner budget. And so the DK Professional with Alienation hoops and Onyx hubs and box cranks, a little pricier than what we got. The Mabo with carbon hoops and carbon forks, also a little pricier, but those bikes are great, and I wish that I could tell everybody about them, but we're hoping that those folks stay on the bikes and keep riding. But I did pick up a bike from one of you. Somebody messaged me and said, Dave, I've got this bike that is 2175. It's been sitting in my garage since I built my new bike, and I think it's gonna be perfect for you. So I went and checked it out. I picked it up, brought it home, and it was a little on the, it was okay. It was more expensive than what we wanted to pay, but the bones of it were right, and the parts that were a little on the pricier side, I'm gonna help him resell, and we're gonna offset that expense to bring the price of the bike down. So his budget was $300. In the end, we're gonna be in this bike for $350, but let me show you, drum roll please. All right, so we got some age of a Stay Strong here. It's got the aluminum frame, T60, 61 Stay Strong. It's got the gray colorway on it. It's got a croupy seat post with some basic race seat that fits the gray theme. I did go ahead and take the cranks off. The cranks that were on here were part of what I'm gonna resell, but I went ahead and grabbed an inexpensive set of cranks, the same ones that Riley's been riding on her bike. Unfortunately, they're off of Amazon, but they come with a bottom bracket. They're 175s, and they're gonna be great. This thing has got S&M Racing forks up front, so these are chromoly, but they're a little bit on the lighter side than maybe your Odyssey R32s. I went ahead and cleaned up the dirt on the front wheel. This is just a pretty basic front wheel set. Even though the rims do look like they're lighter, like M80 rims, they are not. And the spokes are just alloy. It's got unsealed bearings in here if you get in tight. But I went ahead and dialed that in. It's got a nice power block tire up front and back, 175s on this rig. The stem, it's an S&M stem. So that's the Race XLT stem. I think it's a 53 millimeter, which is going to be exactly what I had on my bike as well. And then out back, this thing comes with disc brakes on it. I mean, this thing is quite a rig for coming right out the box. The brakes work. I got to dial them in a little bit. I got to get my experience up with disc brakes anyway. It's got a chain that will roll and get the job done for right now. We're going to kind of clean the rust off of it, get some lube on it and see what we can do. But this is what the front wheel looked like as well. Just a bunch of dirt on it, but I cleaned it up and we're ready to go. So the bars, don't let the bars fool you. These bars are off my trail bike. I put them on there and raised the stem all the way up. These are 8-inch bars. and I just wanted to see what they felt like with the slam bars on there, because it came with some S&M Racing 10-inch bars on it. Those things were massive. It was like riding up here. So I took those off, went to Powers, traded those in for a basic set of 8.5-inch rise bars that are going to be great for this. They're also kind of got a grayish colorway to them, so they'll fit right in with the build. I am going to go with the red theme. He needed new grips, and I had these in the bin, so I'm tossing these SE Bikes grips on there. They were in a kind of a swag bag from one of the events that Richmond BMX did. I've got some red pedals that are going to go on it and a red sprocket. So we're going to have kind of a gray and red theme on this bike. It's going to be pretty sweet, but I got to get this thing together because tomorrow we are going to try and take some laps on it. All right, now don't move a muscle. You're balanced on the chair. I was going to do this in the shop, but it's too nice out here. It is January, but it's like 50 degrees outside, so it's kind of manageable and kind of nice. I don't really like the cold that much, so to me it's nice. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and put this bottom bracket in. So I've got this 44 tooth JW sprocket. This was in my bin. The bike came with a 45, which I just think is too big. For a new rider, going with a 45 tooth sprocket is gonna give him way too much speed coming out of a turn. And that is, gotta work on bike skills before we can bump the gears up. And 44, I mean, let's be honest, that's where it's at, right? So we'll go ahead and slap this thing on here. All right, red sprocket, red pedals, also from the bin. Now, these cranks don't have a bevel on them, so it is good to use a little washer. So I'm gonna find my pedal spacer washers before I stock these in here and get this thing ripping. All right, there we go. We got two pedals, we got a sprocket. I'm gonna swap these bars next, and then I'm gonna get this chain settled in with, because I gotta take the back wheel off. I'm just gonna clean it, degrease it. I'm gonna run some brake cleaner on the rear rotor, and then just kind of start fitting it back together. All right, I do wanna show you this real quick. This is the alignment. If we look in right here, we really kind of take a peek in there, right in here. Look at the alignment of the chain to the sprocket. And if I can keep you in focus and kind of drop this down, you see how it's coming in nice and in line? That's one of the things I'm looking for when I'm doing the spacers on the bottom bracket. Do I need to kick it out more or keep it in more? Because I want to get that chain as aligned as I can with the sprocket. And this looks really good. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take care of the bike. I'm gonna get it finished up. I'll see you guys in just a minute. It's gonna be right
tomorrow.
All right, guys, so it is just a day or two later. Today is gonna be meetup day. We're coming out. We've got the pump track back here in the background, but I'm stoked because I reached out to the guys from Radshare, and they hooked me up with a Shadow helmet. So it's not a full face, it's just a regular can, kind of skateboard style helmet, but that's gonna get this guy on the bike, and super stoked to be able to kind of give him a helmet. We're gonna get this bike in his hands, get him some laps today. We'll still have to find him a full face, and we'll try and work with the folks from Fly to get him one of those Fly race helmets with a full face on it so he can get on the racetrack. But for right now, this winter season, this kind of off-season time, he can use this helmet, he can get around the track. So thank you to Crandall, thank you to Nate Hanger from Radshare and the guys at Shadow for making these helmets available. We're here. We got my guy Sean, and we're ready for the reveal. And I'm a little nervous because we've put a little time into it. I mean, you guys have seen it so far, the build, but we got to reveal it. We got to pull it up. And I bought these little glasses here, not because I wear glasses, but these are camera glasses. It's got a little camera on one side or the other. And we're going to test it out so we get the true reaction here. So, all right, but I got it hidden. So I'm going to go ahead and click this on. Yeah, I got it hidden so that you couldn't see what it was.
It's this guy's birthday and he's surprising somebody else, man.
It's fun, man. This is the birthday surprise. All right. So for a guy who's wanted a BMX bike his whole life, we got you a ride set up in your budget. This thing is just set up.
Yo, and red is my favorite.
Is it?
Color.
Oh,
absolutely. Yes.
We guessed
That's
right, boys.
Crazy.
We guessed right.
Yeah.
We went with
that's official.
So it's got the gray frame. It's a Stay Strong frame, 21.75 top tube. So it's the same length as mine.
As the other one that I rode.
Yeah, the one that you were riding on mine. I went. It needed grips, so I had these grips that worked out great. The pedals, the sprocket, I had those, so I swapped out different parts to get it with the gray and red, kind of go with a theme.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah, I just
gray, black and red. Yeah,
cleaned it up,
fire.
and
oh man.
But yeah, she's out. I took a couple laps on it already. I had to test it out. I had to.
This is fire.
Take a few laps on it. All right, so you got to just. I don't know if you brought gloves, but I got another surprise too in a second. But. You got that stance too. All right, so to stay safe though, I know I told you I was going to bring you my other helmet, but the guys at RadShare hooked you up with your own helmet here. So it can't get you on the track because it's not full face.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ride it, but when you get to racing, we're going to have to get you a full face helmet, but it's a large, extra large. So we're going to try it out. If it's too big, I got extra pads we can put on it. All right, y'all, wrapped up some laps. First thoughts, man, what do you think about the bike?
A Birdman hand rub. Excellent. I'm not the expert, Dave is, but I feel good. I feel good about it.
Did you have fun?
Of course. I have fun just watching, so participating is a whole different type of fun, but took a couple of laps on your, what bike was that you had?
You were on my Cruiser at first, and then
at BMX racetrack.
Yeah, Richmond.
And that's when I was inducted originally, and here we are now, a few years later, at Deep Run Pump Track on my very own bike. It's just a different kind of feeling, man. A childhood dream come true.
BMX.
In my later years, but dreams do come true.
It's all about
Sometimes you have
fun.
to be super patient, yeah.
All about having fun, though. Yeah, man, I'm stoked for you. I'm stoked to see you out on the track, ripping and racing, getting used to it. We're going to show the novice class that you're coming to learn and have fun.
Super novice class.
Oh, it's going to be good, though. Yeah, well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for checking out the video. Tell me what you guys think about the bike, budget, build. But that's it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Peace.